Hey, thanks for volunteering for me today. So this is the parachute station, one of the prime time kindergarten through second grade stations. So for this one, as kids come over, just tell them to all grab their own color. So there are plenty of colors for everybody. There's no need to share. And this station does benefit from the adults like actively participating in this one, just to kind of help with like the parachute control and things like that. So parachute should already be kind of laid out when you come over. The kids will come over and they'll grab a color all for themselves. Um, Encourage them to grab the parachute, just kind of an over the top grip. I call it like a tiger grip, like that. So they'll hold it like this. So these handles, the way we use the parachute, and this parachute's kind of old too, is they actually don't use the handles ever. So I remind them that all the time, but sometimes they forget. So yeah, they should have their own color, two hands on it, just like this. Once they come over, just telling them to start doing the waves. Okay, so just kind of get the waves going. You could tell them. Sometimes I'll tell them like, we're at the beach, and there's a calm sea. It's just like just barely a wind blowing. Then the clouds start coming in, and it gets a little stormy, and then there was a big storm, and then they just start going crazy and going all over the place. At that point, what you can do is you can tell them that I usually take them on a little camping trip, which they love. So, but to practice, you practice building a tent. So what I'll do, see if I can show you this good, is I'll have them squat down like this. This is the down position, and I'll tell them, all right, we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, up. When I say up, you're gonna bring it all the way up above your head. You're gonna stand all the way up and bring it above your head. When I say down, you're gonna bring it down really hard, really fast, and you're gonna seal the edges shut to make sure no bugs get into our tent. This doesn't work as great outside, especially if it's windy, but we just make it work. They're going to have fun either way. But so they'll be all on the outside of the tent, just kind of pinching it closed. If there's any gaps, you can tell them, oh, just, close close the gaps. And that'll make like a big tent. And then after that, tell them they can wiggle it a little bit to get the air out. And then you'll do another one, but this time we get a peek inside the tent. So what you'll do is you'll say, all right, go ahead and get in the down position. You'll say 1, 2, 3, up. They'll bring it up as high as they can, and then before they come down, they're going to bring it around behind their head, and then they're going to like lay down on their stomach in the grass. And so the only thing you should see inside the tent is everybody's head. And this one's fun because they just start laughing and giggling and things like that. Do that for a little bit, and then if the middle of the tent's sinking down, you can have them kind of inchworm towards the center, and it kind of makes the tent billow out again, which is pretty funny. Have them do that, and then they come back out, reset the tent, have them do a couple waves if you want, and then they can do the full body in the tent. So they're in the ready position, 1, 2, 3, up, they bring it up. Before they bring it down, they bring it around their entire body, wrap it under their butt, and they sit down on the tent from the inside, pinching it closed from the inside. And now you have everybody inside the tent. And then same thing, laugh and giggling. The tent middle will start sinking down a little bit, and you can have them just kind of scooch in, kind of towards the center, and it'll make the tent billow out again. And then any time left over, you could do rocket launches with the 3 balls that are there. So get the tent or get the parachute kind of sprayed out again. Get the balls in the middle. Call a color to get to retrieve the balls, to retrieve the rockets. So basically what you do is the same style, but now you're going to go 1, 2, 3, up, and they're going to kind of try to snap it, and it's going to launch the rockets, and then whatever color you called beforehand, they can go and chase the balls, and then they come bring them back, and then you call a different color to do the same thing. And that should be plenty to do within the 15 minutes allowed. Okay, so that's how parachute works. Try to get them to set the parachute up nice and flat before the next group comes, and that'll just help with kind of organization and things like that. So that's how parachute works. Kids should love it. It's one of their favorite stations. So have a lot of fun. Thanks.